So yeah, the first fireworks can be for you first. Okay? You can have your own little personal 4th of July, Independence Day. Declare your independence and declare that you have done some work for your independence, and you need to let off the fireworks for yourself first. You can go, ah, to the fireworks for yourself. Because let me tell you something about that, okay? When you be amazed by the work for yourself first, that energy resonates. And your energy is also searching for the future variations of you. Your energy is searching for the versions of you that you've already manifested in your day, that hasn't appeared physically, but you've already manifested it. So when you say these fireworks is for me, this dance is for me, these tears is for me, this praising the hard work I have done is for me. When you are in that energy, okay, you're sending a positive variation of yourself to all the variations of yourself that you're about to be in that same time window, 24-hour period. So let the first fireworks be for you. Okay? If you wake up and you serve, you're helpful, you think about giving, you think about how you can be an asset to society, and you're planning this, you're making moves, you're scheduling it in and all of that, and you've taken at least one step to be of service to this world. Those fireworks need to first be for you. I remember earlier this year, I would wake up and I would rush to people, I would rush to family members and be like, you know, big energy, what do you need? This and that, this and that. I started to realize that my cup wasn't even full yet, and I was literally given from an empty cup. See, when you serve, serve what you want to serve, what you enjoy serving, and you get celebrated, your cup starts to get full. Then you can be maybe a little bit more generous. See, at that point, you can be generous. You cannot be generous when your emotional cup is empty. Don't think about money, okay? We're talking about emotional cup. When your emotional cup is empty, you cannot be generous. Whatever you were generous in is not even going to be vibrating positive enough to benefit the person anyway. So you have to see some results for your hard work. Some results. When you see some results for your hard work and you have gotten some emotional fulfillment, then you are ready to play Santa Claus. You can be Santa Claus, you can be Hanukkah Claus, you can be Ramadan Claus. You can be in that energy then. You can rush in and be generous with your family. But until then, it's a give and take situation. Okay, when you wake up in the morning, hi everybody. Okay. All right. When you wake up in the morning, you are not thinking, who can I be generous to? You're thinking, who can I help and help myself? Where can I go? Who can I go to where it flows both ways, where the scales can be balanced? A lot of people are waking up beside people who are hogging up all the fireworks from the night before. Oh, you was amazing in bed. You was amazing on the date. Oh, you was amazing last night. There's people hogging all that up, and some of y'all are like, well, they're they're taking up all the compliments and I don't got any, you know? So the thing is everyone wants to feel like they're a little accepted by society. That also fills your emotional cup. Okay? It may not be acceptance of what you look like, but it's appreciation for what you have done. So once you see some appreciation, then you can be a little generous. Like I'm being right now. I'm being a little generous. I've seen some appreciation for my recent videos. So I can show up right now when a lot of y'all are not on, where my views won't be that high, where there won't be that much activity. I can be generous, where this will benefit y'all more than me right now. I know it because this is not really the real peak time for views or activity on YouTube. So I'm being a little generous, but I have a reason to be generous. I see that the world has showed gratitude for me. You don't be generous to people who don't give you no gratitude. Don't sit up there and do a bunch of fireworks for people who don't give gratitude of your help. This is why actually, if you're not getting gratitude somewhere for your hard work, you probably need to disappear and do the fireworks just for yourself for a while. Just take a couple of weeks where all the fireworks is just for you because you see everybody around you don't got no gratitude for you. Distance make the heart grow fonder. It is 100% true. So people will start to be like, oh, I shouldn't have took you for granted. I should have had gratitude for you. See, you can teach people to earn your fireworks. You can teach people to earn your party favors. You can teach them by disappearing and just doing fireworks for yourself. These party favors is for me for a while. You can teach them in that way. When you have friends and family that keep calling you, always about them, they're compartmentalizing you. Okay, they're boxing you in so they can just feast on your energy. They're hogging up the show. And this is why some of y'all, when y'all don't talk to certain people anymore, you're like, I have no love for society. Your cup, your emotional cup is empty. Okay? If you got to even tell people, listen to me sometime, think about me sometime, you already know they don't care about your emotional cup. So take your party favors, take your little gifts, take your fireworks, and go on by yourself for a while. As a matter of fact, do it around somebody new. I have done it on here. I've left here and went to TikTok for a while. And I've had people say, I miss you on YouTube. And I say, well, now you miss me. Now you miss me. Because you thought the grass was greener on YouTube. But you saw there's no other Miss B on YouTube. There's not another Miss B on YouTube. And you learned the hard way. But now that you email me and you contact me and tell me you miss me, now I know you're ready for me. You ain't ready for me until you start to miss me a little bit. Okay? I know this because you left the party favors on the table and walked out the door the last time I was here. Y'all, the last time I was here, this is how you gotta be. The last time I was here, you didn't like the party favors. You just wanted the fireworks for yourself when you walked out. Okay? So, and you did this one too many times. Okay? Sometimes you gotta leave and then revamp and figure out why the heck are these people not giving me no gratitude? That's what I recently did. I said, this algorithm does not appreciate me. So, hi everybody. Nope, you're not deleting your comments out. I said the algorithm is not appreciating me. So I'm gonna sit my butt down. Yeah. And I'm gonna figure out what group of people, what audience will appreciate me on here. And until then, until I figure this out, all the fireworks are going to be for me. These downloads, these scriptures is going to be for me. Until I can figure out when y'all are ready for me. And this is the energy y'all have to be in. Like when I figure out when you're ready for me, all this I got is going to be just for me. Okay? I don't know why people don't know that generosity is still earned. It's still an earned thing through gratitude of what I have already done. Hi, everybody. Hi, Adonta. I hope I said your name right. Hi. Okay. When you do a little extra, when you don't have to, see, that's you shooting off some fireworks for the people. Like, yeah, let me go ahead and do fireworks for you, little extra. We're gonna do an encore. But encores are earned. If I don't get enough claps, there ain't no encore. See, I'm doing an encore right now. You know why I'm doing an encore right now? Because I got 20,000 views almost in less than 2 days or something, or more than that. That's the most this channel has gotten in over a year in 2 days. Okay, I heard a lot of claps. I heard a lot of claps. So I can take time on my personal break. This is supposed to be my personal break. And I can be generous. I'm being generous right now. All right. Track the claps. Y'all. Y'all been cutting up for the last 2 days. Track the claps. Okay, you reflect on the claps. Especially if you're an underdog. If you're a minority, you should be tracking the claps every other day. Like, okay, how many claps did I get from this person? Was they ignorant clapbacks, or was they like, yay? Like I just won Apollo. Okay? Like I was like the star of the Apollo. Did I get them kind of claps? Okay, I could be a little generous then. Okay? Because that's free energy. I'm not getting my cup is already full, so I don't really need no more from them. So if I'm showing up again, it's for their benefits. It's for their benefit. Rosanna said, I want to see you make it clap. I got 1,000 ways to make it clap. I got lips, everything. Everything here can clap. Everything here to clap. But I ain't that kind of woman. But anyway, as I was saying, seriously, track the claps. And I gotta be, in order for me to become that kind of woman, I better be living under a bridge. That's how broke I better be. For me to make my whole body clap, I better be living under a bridge. For me to be up on here clapping it on YouTube when the algorithm may not even promote me. Okay? Whoever this algorithm is, because I feel like it's a person now. This feel like a person. The algorithm feel like a straight up person now. Because it got a little bit of too much free will. This algorithm got more free will than we got. And it's supposed to be a robot. Something wrong with this. It's not supposed to have more free will than us. Something ain't right. I think this algorithm got consciousness beyond us, beyond our consciousness. All right. Okay. I gotta track the clapping of the algorithm. That's the only way to win now. Track the claps. Keep track of your claps. You can't even just be like, yeah, I'll show up at this time. Yeah, you'll be like, what? Why ain't it working now? Because you got to track the claps. Okay, even when you do live videos, when do the fireworks start in here? Okay, then you need to come in 5 minutes before the fireworks. You ain't got time for the minions. Okay, the little minion fireworks. You know those little. You ain't got time for that. That's a waste of your energy. When the big fireworks are about to happen, and you figure it out, you show up about 10 minutes before to get you a decent seat. Okay, that's how you do it. All right. Most of the time, the big claps they do happen almost around the same time. So it's no different than if you ain't fine enough to get fireworks before the claps, you don't even need to be clapping. You should be fine enough to get claps before making it clap. For real. For real. Okay? You should be able to stand up and be like, if you don't get that when you just stand up, then you ain't nothing but a tool. You ain't them claps. Them claps is because you a tool. That's all. I still want my humanity. I want claps because I'm still human. Yo, shoot, I don't want to lose my humanity for some claps. People, what you call people giving up their humanity on these apps just to get a couple of claps, a couple of claps. But as I was saying, y'all, once those claps get real loud, they should be like, it should be like you at the, Super Bowl claps. Like you just won a Super Bowl. It should be close to those type of claps. When it get close to that, then you can be generous. See, that is setting your standards high. That's setting your standards high. When you tell your man and your friends, how much clapping have you done? Your little one clap every 3 days, it ain't enough for me to give you free rides for the next 2 days. It's not enough. Okay? Did you notice that I put something new on? Did you notice that this food was real good? Did you notice that I finally cleaned up my damn house? Did you notice that my waist is 3 inches smaller? I want you to notice almost everything, at least 80% of the work that I have done. I want to hear a clap. If I don't hear a clap for it, I cannot be generous. The Creator is generous when you acknowledge the Creator. Like the Creator want you to acknowledge the Creator for a couple days a week before you get blessed. Believe it or not, the Creator want you in here clapping and stomping and praising for 3 days before you get a blessing. And guess what? We supposed to be the same way. If we are told to walk in the footsteps of our saviors and of God, that we was created in his image, then act accordingly. Act accordingly. Have people clap for you for days before you give a blessing. Whoever your creator is. Your parents created you. Somebody created you. You don't praise God. What about your parents? Who you live in? Whose basement you living in? Attic you sleeping in? You creeping up in? Whose attic you creeping your booty call to? Some of y'all dudes be creeping y'all booty calls up into the attic. Up into the attic. If you in your 3/4 house, okay? If you in your 3/4 house, who the landlord? Clap for the landlord. You're living there for free in your 3/4 house. Clap for him. Y'all, I be saying smart stuff. Some people be living for free in 3/4 houses because they got a criminal record. But they do not climb. They want to complain. Oh, my house manager got me this and this and that, got me coming in on curfew. Oh, clap for him. You could be in the street. You could be in the street. I said parents. You talking about something else. You talking about something else. I ain't talking about what you talking about, bruh. I said, whoever created you, somebody did. Now, that's something that the narcissist can't deny. Every time the narcissist be like, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, be like, but somebody created you though. Somebody, you had to wait to be created, baby. You still had to be created. That's what we got in common. You might say that I'm beneath you, but what we got in common is somebody had to create us. Okay, y'all. I was a little generous in here. I'm going to head on out. Y'all know that 10 a.m. energy. People sitting up there like, let's put some crack on the fire pit. People slapping their crack pipes on the table right now. They like, bam, with those crack pipes. Some people who's hooked on crack, this is their time where they start like setting up their little wine, the little winos. They doing all that right now. And then they say, let me get on YouTube. And they get on YouTube all high up at 10 a.m. And they start getting all mental health problems on people. I'm like, no, baby. No, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it with you. Take your Thorazine. Please take your Thorazine and calm yourself down so you stop trashing YouTube at 10 a.m. Okay, y'all, I'm going to head on out. I was a little generous. Bye, everybody. Remember what I said. Take your time. Take your time is also saying, I am waiting for the claps to get louder. See, slowing down teaches people who you are too. You know, when they're used to you going fast and suddenly you just go slow. And they be like, why are you taking your time? Why do you care? I'll get there. Why do you want me to go faster? Oh, I know, because you don't want me to put pressure on you to give me them claps to celebrate me, to show gratitude first. You want to skip through the gratitude of me. That's why you want me to rush in. You know, narcissists do that. They like you to rush in, so they don't gotta do no gratitude for you. So take your good old time today. Fireworks is also resting. Do you know that rest gets your firework energy going? So be like, I'm trying to get these fireworks going for me first. So I got to rest. You know, I got to do me for a while so that I can get all this energy, belief in myself. I need to be mesmerized about myself. I need to be like, damn, you got me hypnotized. Like, I think that a lot of us are hypnotized by strangers on these apps. We need to be hypnotized by ourselves for a while. Just spend some time doing hypnosis on yourself rather than Jake Ducey's hypnosis. Serious. Sit there and just be like, I'm the universe. The universe is me. The universe is me. Me. I know people say, everybody's saying me, me, me. Not everybody. Some of us is doing you. Some of us need a break, and we need to be like me. Just one good time out of a day. Me. I think some of us need something on our cell phones to be like, did you do you today? You know, because we pick up our cell phones multiple times a day. We need screensavers on our cell phone to say, did you do just you today? Did you do just you today? When's the last time you did you? We need an alarm that says that. We need an alarm to wake us up and say, don't forget to do you. Because so many of us is on the treadmill of help, 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 get help, get help. Let me tell you something. Sometimes not getting help is helping yourself. I know we like to think if we run to the help, we run to the help on these apps, we're doing me. Sometimes you just got to run to something that does not involve anyone that you can see so that you still do more of you. When I pick up a book with a lesson in it, I feel 80% of me is there. But as soon as I have someone in front of me helping me, and this is going on through my day with all these videos, at that point, I feel like I'm sharing the me too much. It's like 50% me. But there are days where it's supposed to literally be like 80% you, at least. This is why it is important to do things that make you have restful dopamine. Dopamine that is restful. So that you can be like, oh, I still feel like I'm doing a lot of me. There's restful, there's active dopamine, active dopamine food, and then there's restful dopamine food. The restful dopamine food has a way of making you feel like you are still doing most of you. Like you're more present. Okay? Like your feelings and emotions matter. That's why, what I think we need some kindergarten energy in our life. In kindergarten we had nap time. We had storybook time. We need now an essential need of this is just learning how to put on our clothes again, learning how to take care of ourselves again, like we in, first grade, and storybook time. Okay? Like, I think we all need to read a kindergarten book just to get a little extra peace. So we're like, yeah, I'm really protected. It's just me. I know it's just me because I'm a grown woman reading a kindergarten book. I'm a grown woman reading Dr. Seuss. What's it called? Dr. Seuss's books, Green Eggs and Ham. I'm sitting here reading Green Eggs and Ham and I'm like middle age. Because there's nothing to achieve with that. You're not thinking about, there's no self-help with that. There's no guru with that. There's no goal. There's no finish line. There's nothing. You're just sitting there reading Green Eggs and Ham. It's just you and your emotions. Kids were taught to be okay with just being them with their emotions. Now, I don't like that we always feel like we have to do something about these emotions. I don't want to do something about them sometime. Maybe I just want to be emotionally messy sometime. Maybe I just want to be emotionally unpredictable. And that's what fireworks are. When fireworks go off on 4th of July, you never know what the next color is going to be, right? That can be like, I never knew. Maybe we don't always need to know what our next emotions are going to be. And the only way to really get there is to do something that has nothing to do with being taught something. Where the lesson is just through the activity. Like when you read Green Eggs and Ham, you're learning about emotions without even knowing you are. You're learning about standing your ground. You're learning about what it's like to have pressure on you. You do learn through children's books. You're just not learning without being told, come in here and learn. Sit down, listen. You're still present. And you don't have to, you can dream. Just sitting there finding a way to just dream is still showing up for yourself. So find a way to be like, I'm going to just show up for me. Like, I'm not even going to videotape or record this activity. This watercolor, I'm not putting on YouTube today. This little fun, little watercolor, I don't need no views. I don't need no views for it. Have that one time today where we be like, I'm going to clap a lot for myself I need another wave of claps to come in before I'm going to be generous. When I share my own personal fun, that's me being generous. When I share my hobbies for free, when I share the things that I create in my hobbies and I share it for free, I'm being generous. Because these hobbies that I'm doing is for my healing and for my growth. And if I'm going to share it for free, I better have had some gratitude. Okay? I better have received love already. Because, people will attack your hobby energy. People attack creative energy. So be like, you know what? I'm risking my stuff being attacked. Now, if I'm going to do that, am I doing it where there has been gratitude for me? This is why I don't share my artwork in any old workshop no more. If I did it one time and it wasn't it wasn't no claps, I don't go back there. If I do a YouTube video at a certain time, and it's not a generous video like this video, meaning I know I'm not gonna get a lot of views. If I do a video on YouTube and I just don't get and I don't get hardly any views at all, and it's not my party favor video like this one. This is a party favor. This video is a party favor. If I do videos and I'm like, no, not many people showed up, I'm not gonna do another video at that time. See, I'm not, because I need, my cup is still empty. This cup got to be getting full. I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio in Great Gatsby. In the movie Great Gatsby, he was like, his life has to be going up. Going up. Now, at one point, it'll stall a little bit, like a rusty train, like a rusty wheel. It'll stall a little bit, but it better not be stalling for like days. If it stall for days, if my life stall for days, then I'm gonna have to do something else. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have to vanish or come back at a different time. I'm gonna have to do something. I don't agree with Jim Rohn when he says a year is enough time to do it wrong. No, a year for me is actually 3 days. If I do this wrong and I'm not getting celebrated for 3 days, that's a year for me. As a matter of fact, if I don't get celebrated in a whole day, that's at least a half a year for me. Okay, we need to break our year down in a single day. And if you're barely seeing any results, like let's say it's almost zero results or zero gratitude or zero useful results in one day, one 24-hour period, then you probably need to roll. Serious. I'm telling you no lie. If I don't get at least 2,000 views on this channel a day, I'm changing the time. Something getting changed. I'm out. I don't need a week. I don't need a week of 500 views no more. One day, if I get less than 2,000 views in one day on this channel, I'm looking at something's going wrong here. Something ain't right. Okay. All right, bye. Bye, everybody. Okay? I could do it with getting $5 out the casino machine. But I'm not dealing with 50 cents. I'm worth more than 50 cents. I'm worth more than 50 cents a video. That's how y'all gotta be. If you've been doing your YouTube channel for like 3 months and you still seeing less than 2,000 views, nope. Might as well just stop what you're doing and start researching your entire channel. Just break it down. Just take a couple days and break that channel down. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye, everybody. If you'd like to donate, you can donate to my Cash App at @Coach V Hunter. Please check the community news for some surprising announcements. Thank you for all your donations. Bye, everybody. Okay.